Hey everybody, Prepper Nurse 1 here. Today is Friday, June 1st, 2018. We were supposed to have rain like from 11 o'clock this morning on, and it never happened. And now, let me just look at the time here. It is 4:30 and the rainstorm is actually coming in now. You can hear the thunder and stuff like that. Alright, so we're going to jump right into the topic of today's video, and then I'll talk about all the other stuff afterwards. Can water be used to control people? Okay, so absolutely it can be. We can use the example of what's going on in Oregon right now with the contamination in the water in that city, and the people are having to drink bottled water and not, use water from their faucets and stuff like that. And I know that the governor has called in the National Guard, and they are going to be putting in some, water stations so people can get fresh water and stuff like that. But the question, first of all, that I have in that situation, now they knew ahead of time that that water was contaminated and could adversely affect children under 6 and compromised people. And they did not notify the public right away. Okay, to me that's an issue. I know that a lot of people are very angry about that live out there, which they absolutely have a complete right to be angry. Okay, so that being said, when you have contaminants in the water, and this town is supposed to be taking care of these things, and they find out that there's a problem, and they don't inform people right away, that is not a good thing whatsoever at all. So that's besides the point there. But now, with having all the stuff that they put in the water, like fluoride and everything else anyway, and I guess they were saying in the one town that the levels have come down enough that it was safe to drink. Now, here's my thing. If there's contaminants in the water, what is a safe level of contaminants to drink? I don't really want to take that chance, personally. I think that that's kind of scary. But so let's get back to the topic. I just wanted to touch base on that whole thing with Oregon, and my heart goes out to those people and having to deal with that situation right now. It makes me very, very grateful that I have a well and I have my own water source. I know a lot of people have wells or springs and stuff like that, and it's just it's much nicer having those. Anyway, so we have water is used as a control mechanism to control people. Okay, it can be used as a weapon, if you will. You contaminate the water in different parts of the country, like obviously in Michigan, where they had issues with the water up there. Now you have the people at your beck and call, and you can do whatever you want. You dictate what's going to happen and how things are going to happen. And that's a kind of a scary situation, in my opinion, with what's going on with that. And, that could happen anytime, anywhere, in any part of the country, that they could say, oh, this water's not good. You have to get water from here or here or the other place. And so, again, it's another way of controlling people. So it absolutely can be used, in my opinion, as a weapon to control the masses if they wanted to, and stuff like that. And if there was something like major, and they said, oh yeah, all this water's now bad and you can't drink it, you have to either get the water through us or you drink bottled water, that's just, I don't ever want to be in that situation. I am so happy I am where I am, that I have my own water source. That's just a really, really good feeling. So, but anyway, I definitely want your guys' feedback on this, and what I want to hear what you guys have to say and what you think, about that, because it's definitely something, again, to think about. It's to be aware of. And again, it goes to my thing when I said to people about having enough fresh food and water, fresh water, for a 2-week supply in case of an emergency. This is an absolutely fine example of why people should have a 2-week supply of water on hand. In this case, it's because of an emergency that has happened. There's issues with the water. You can't drink it, and if you don't have anything on hand, what do you do then? Okay, so those are things that I want you guys to think about. And again, that is why I say always make sure that you have at least a 2-week supply of food and fresh water on hand. It gives you that 95% advantage over the rest of the people in this country, because a lot of people in that city and town now out there in Oregon, they're scrambling because they're not ready. And it's just another fine example of why you should prep, why you should be ready for whatever happens. And this is a great example of that, okay? So anyway, so that being said, I wanted to go over a couple things. I had a comment about my garden, and I wanted to talk about that. He said, oh, that dirt in your garden is awful. It looks horrible. It's you know, it's not going to be good for the soil and stuff like that. So I kind of wanted to explain a little bit. And I'm not taking that as a bashing in any way, shape, or form. He wasn't trying to bash. He was trying to be helpful. What happened is it's been so hot and it's been so dry that the top layer looks like it does. It looks gray, if you will. Okay, but the soil is actually that compost that I got before. And when I spread this all out, I mean, it is rich, it is black, it is great soil. So, you know, we've been watering at night, every night, just to make sure that everything is copacetic as far as the garden goes. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to actually add more mulch to the garden to help contain and hold that water better in the garden. And so that's what we're gonna end up doing. We're gonna end up using more mulch in the garden itself, just for that purposes more than anything else. But as you can see, the plants are doing very, very well. I mean, I'm gonna walk in here real quick and I'll show you. I mean, we got the broccoli is right here, and those all look good. All these melons here, they look fantastic. These guys over here, they look really good as well. There's a weed right there that's got to come out. Let me actually, while I'm right here, and that's the end of that weed. But yeah, these here, these are cucumbers here. Okay, these 4 guys here are all cucumbers, and they all look fantastic. They're doing really, really well. This here, this is all of the potatoes, and you can see they're really starting to sprout here, like with this guy here and those guys there. We got more melons. There's the zucchini is over there. You know, the tomatoes are all doing great. Everything is actually doing very, very well. So today, it was funny because the weather forecast was supposed to be rain pretty much all day, and it hasn't happened. And, you know, I'm hoping that it does rain. We really, really, truly need the rain. But as of right now, today, we've already pulled in 5.7 kilowatt hours of power already on the day, which is like, I'm freaking shocked, to be honest with you. So, I think yesterday we only ended up pulling in 4.1 yesterday, something in that range. But it wasn't that great of a day. So, I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't as good as it could have been. So, I had this load of stone, as you can see here, brought in. And between last night and today, I've been moving stone. This morning, when I got my daughter on the bus, at like 7 this morning, I came out and I started moving stone because of the fact that I thought it was going to be raining by 11. And I wanted to get some of it done then. So what I did was, over in this area where I pull my car in, and you can see the difference here, I put all kinds of stone all in this area. I really wanted to, that was one of the main areas that I wanted to hit this year, just to build that back up and put stone in there, okay? So I hit there, and I'll go over here, and I'll show you the other area. And eventually I will get these flagpoles in, guys. I've just been really focusing on a bunch of other things right now. I put stone, and you can see, again, the difference here. All back through here again, raising this up even more. Every year the stone sinks down a little bit, but I wanted to build up another layer all through this area. I had did one load here last night, so I added a couple more already today here in this area, so that's going to be more built up again, and I'll be adding more. You want to go back in, buddy? All right, all right. One in and one out. And then I wanted to work on extending this path and eventually have a stone path all the way down through here. And you can see where I put, this is 2 loads of stone right here, or 2 wheelbarrows full, I should say. And I eventually want to have this go all the way down to the shed, the outbuilding shed. So I want to have this all be stone down the road. like I said, I'm going to put some more stone in through this area as well. And so we'll see how much I have left, and I might end up doing a couple more wheelbarrows of stone in this area. We'll have to see how that goes. But, you know, we're just going to keep working on these things and working on these projects. And it's like I have to pace myself with the stone. So I did some this morning, and then this afternoon I came back out and I did some more. And I'll be honest with you, I was sweating like an absolute pig. It's been so freaking hot, but that's okay. So it's, you know, maybe making me lose some weight, which is not a bad thing. But you can see from this angle on this side, got a lot of the stone is out of here now. So I'm just going to continue to do what I can do. You know, put a few more wheelbarrows in through here, maybe get a couple more down there, and we'll see what I got left. Some of this lower level stone is going to get raked out down that part of the driveway, so that just continues on. And you know, if I get the opportunity later this year, I'll get another load of stone, and that will go right in the driveway as well. I'd love to put another load in the driveway of these type of stones. We put the creek gravel in here before, but put this stone all the way down the driveway. That would be freaking awesome if I can do that. So anyway, that's what's happening. I definitely want your guys' feedback on this topic that we talked about today, and I want to hear what you guys have to say, okay? Because I think it's an important topic. It's something, like I said, it's like you being prepared for whatever happens. It doesn't always have to be the end of the world scenario that a lot of people think of when you talk about prepping. The situation that just happened in Oregon, the situation that happened in Detroit before then, you know, if you were ready for that disaster, you're sitting back going, I don't have to worry about running and going to get water. Now, could you go and get water? Sure, you know what I mean? But the thing is, it's not like, oh my God, we got to do this so we have fresh drinking water. And again, the biggest question that I have in that whole situation is, why did they wait so long to notify the population, especially when it could be having such adverse effects of children under the age of 6 and compromised people? That's what I want to know. That would be like my biggest question in that whole situation, okay? So anyway, guys, listen, it is Friday. I hope everybody has a wonderful weekend. I hope everybody is safe. Please stay safe. Have a good time. Enjoy yourselves, but be safe. Don't drink and drive. Get a designated driver. It's a lot cheaper than freaking paying for a DWI. Remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen. And remember, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it if you work at it methodically. And it's just making progress every day. That's important. And that's, you know, that's what I'm trying to do here. I'm trying to move forward, make progress, get something done, and you know, and it'll get there. But anyhow, that is it for now. I hope everybody's doing well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow. I hope you all have a great night. Prepper Nurse 1, out for now.